Welcome to Grassroot Basketball, formerly called Rolotech Sports Health and Fitness Podcast. I I just want to wish everybody that's been tuning in a Merry Christmas. 2025 is on the horizon. 2024 is going to be a thing of the past in 5.5 days, 6 days. Today's the 25th, December 25th. Jesus' birthday, as we know. So I just want to give a huge shout out to my audience and everybody that has been tuning in since I started my podcast. Just some announcement here. I have tournament number 3 coming up for March 15. Let me say that again. March 15, 2025. My next tournament is on the way, and I'm excited to bring you guys some highlights before the tournament kicks off. I'm gonna run some ads, and if you see it all over the social media page and all over my page, you know why it's up there, because I'm excited to bring forth what I've done as my passion for years and bring it to Penhole Multiplex. That will be the venue. I wasn't able to bring it back to Innisfail. It was the place it got started, but due to booking, I'm gonna chop it up saying by due to booking complications, I wasn't able to lock down the previous dates that I've used for this coming tournament. However, bittersweet, the fact that we weren't able to do it for March 15, we weren't able to do it for Family Day weekend. I'm happy that I'm able to do it for March 15, 2025, because it's a significant date for me, and the fact that it is more significant for me than anything else. I'm happy that I can able to put that together, and it will be better than the first two. I'm just gonna say it right now. I have a vision for this tournament, and whoever can take part in it, please come through. But I am really happy for this one coming up, because I'm going to team up with DT Elite Basketball. They're going to get involved. I'm going to try to have a couple sit downs with the spokesperson for FIBA Canada and get some merch in for the tournament as well. So look forward for that. I can't stress enough how much I'm excited. And listen to previous episodes that I've done. I am really fortunate to have meet certain people along my basketball journey. And another announcement I have to push out is I now come full circle where I'm coaching my son's school, and I'm teaching him lessons that I have learned, and even lessons to let him go further than me. I hope this is my hope and joy for him to go way further than me. So I'm really excited to see what can transpire from this, because you never know where life's gonna take you. You never know where you're gonna end up, but you just know that with everything that is going on, you're gonna make the best of things, and you're gonna make sure that you bring your family on the journey. And yes, today is Christmas, and that's great, but I'm always looking for the future, what the future holds. And not because of people have New Year resolution and all of that stuff, but for me, I just think of it as, all right, what can I do to work on I'm in my 12th round of this season of 2024. I'm almost ending my 12th round. What can I do with the next 6 days to make things better? And to be honest with you, I said this to my wife recently. I have been working on myself to make myself better, because you don't get better if you don't push yourself. Be your own motivator, be your own cheerleader sometimes. Yes, you'll have people that cheer you on when you're going through, the battle of life. And like I said in previous episode, if you think about how basketball has transformed your life, and it helps grow in whatever aspect of life you're in, you'll see a significant difference when it comes on to, okay, what can I do now to make things better? What can I do now to enhance the next 12 rounds that's going to come along my life journey? And to be honest with you, I can't look on the past and judge myself off the past. I'm just looking for the future. And I said this to somebody, even if it means that I have to sacrifice certain things so I can move ahead, I'm willing to do that. Sacrifice gratification now, so for future stuff that you're gonna receive, and I'm in the unknown of what it may be. I'm willing to do that. Certain sacrifice brings you enormous success. So, in the game of basketball, for example, if you're not scoring, you get steals, you make blocks, you stop the opponent from scoring on your team. And if you can do that and make the pass to get somebody a triple double, or they get a record for the most points scored in a game, in a men's league game, in a tournament game, or whatever the case may be, you never know. So you have to be that person that's willing to put the team on your back and just go. And that's I live by that. Maybe it's a leadership thing that I like to do, but I live by that. And I look at it no other way than, you know what? If you're not willing to put in the effort to do certain things, to be different, to stand out, somebody's going to outshine you. Somebody's coming for the throne that you're sitting on. And you might not see it now, but I tell you this as, a person that's trying to grow every day, trying to grow in my walk in life. I have to look at my journey in life as a basketball game, because I've used it so many times to get each quarter of my life correct. As a youth, I was listening to a recording I did with my mom, and just going back down memory lane. As a youth, there's a lot of things I didn't get right, but it makes me the man I am today. And then, as a young adult, there's a lot of things I didn't get right, but it makes me the man I am today. And all of those life experiences, the first quarter, I would say between when you can crawl, talk, and you don't have to get your bum clean, to age 16. And then beyond that, or even age 18, and then we become a young adult from age 18 plus on to, say, 35. And from 35 or 36 onwards to like 60, that's your third quarter of your life. And then 65 onwards, when you're like, I even say 63, when you're in retirement age, if you decide to retire that age, then you're in the fourth quarter of your life. When that chapter is closed, that's it. You're done, and you live a life where it was pleasing to God in your opinion, or it was not. So each quarter of your life, you got to make the best of it. And it's never going to be easy. Anybody tell you that it's easy, it's a fallacy, it's a lie. And I live by that. Anybody say that life is easy, or I have life on easy mode, run to the opposite direction, because life is never easy. And life should never be easy, because life challenges you every chance it gets. So I say this. In a world where they let you think that everything is upside down and things aren't the way it should be, you have to look at, okay, what am I missing? And to the fact where, in previous episode I talk about how I love the NBA, I wanted to reach the NBA, and the state that I see the NBA in now, I'm sorry, man. It's you can tell it's for entertainment purposes, but it's not the NBA that I grew up with. But that's the thing in life. Things change. Even players that I used to idolize, I don't idolize them anymore, because I see where they're moralized. And sometimes it's all about the almighty dollar. So you can't put it this way. You have a certain time in life to make an impact. What is the impact you're going to make? Sometimes your impact is in the little town you are. Sometimes it's not outside of that town, which is totally fine. But I tell you this, as one man to another man on this airwave listening to my podcast, you never know who God's going to put in your life. And for you to be a mentor to that person, not just in sports, but in life, you never know. And I remember things that people sell me on in the past, and you know what? It's a bad play. But I learn from it and move on from it. I don't dwell on it. I try in my later age not to dwell on certain things because I don't want to sound like I'm an old man, but you know, I'm pushing 41, going on 42. I'm not a young buck anymore. So certain things you have to do. You have to do. You have to see the snake in the grass. And I don't say this lightly because guess what? At the end of the day, not a lot of people view life how I view it because I always look on, okay, there's something to be learned here. Even if it's a bad situation, there's something to be learned. Learn and move on from it. If I dwell on it, I might have a heart attack in the future because I let it control my emotion. And a lot of things lately, I try not to let it control my emotion. And it seems sad that we get to this stage in life that we're now, you know, we don't feel certain things. I do feel, I just don't let certain things control my emotion anymore. And I think that's a part of growing. Because in a game, if you react to everything that somebody is doing, in a basketball game specifically, you're gonna get fouled out the game in probably the first 2 quarters or even before the half. But if you don't react to it and you play smart and you don't react to every emotional attachment in the game, same thing applies in life. You're gonna have a better game and a better life than if you're gonna react to everything. And to be honest with you, you might not think that it aligns properly with sports, but everything that you do, you have a reaction to it. If somebody slap you across the face, whether intentionally or not intentionally, you can react to it. Or, like the good book says, turn the other cheek. It's hard to do that if you're in your feelings because you want to knock that person out. However, if somebody do you wrong in life and think that, oh yeah, I just punk Rollin or I just punk whoever, you think of it this way. If I react to it in the way that they want me to react, then they are controlling my emotion. But if I react to it in a way that is unexpected, it's almost like they're dumbfounded. So there's certain things life throw at you, and you have to choose how you react to it. And I can't say this enough. Where there's some wicked people out there, some awful people out there, and they will play with your emotion like it's a video game or it's a game of basketball. But you have to decide that, look, I understand some people might be even family that does this. I understand that you feel a certain type of way, that I am progressing in a way that is unorthodox to what you're used to, but it doesn't mean that I am doing things the wrong way and something that you need to dictate. And I've dealt with this in the past and I've overcome it because it's like, I don't care what somebody else is doing if it's not affecting my life or my family. I don't care. And there's a handful of people. My wife used to say this, and as men, sometimes it took you a while to figure this out. There's a handful of people that have certain control over decision I make in my life. And when she said that, I used to be like, what the heck does she mean? But it's true. You make a handful of people, which they have to be really close, are able to make those life decision or those life altering decision, because people can say anything out the side of their mouth. We have a saying back home: your mouth, for most people, is crossways. It's like going from east to west, not north to south, right? So your mouth can say anything out of it, right? And it does. If your action don't follow what's coming out your mouth, your words don't mean anything. It's as simple as that. And people have to wake up to this thing where people just say things off the fly, wishing that you'll bite and then you'll leave them alone. If their action don't match up with their words, you don't listen to their words. You have to leave that foolishness behind. If somebody's saying something just to sound smart or sound educated or sound like they know what they're talking about, look at their action. If their action doesn't match up, they're talking trash, to say the least. So for me, there's 2 things I follow. God's at the head. I follow God, and I follow the rules that God has set before me. I am not great at it, but every day I strive to get better, because God have that rule book that you need to follow, which is the Bible. And a lot of people find it hard to follow it because it's like it's not something that gels with the lifestyle that they have. And for each his own. I hope people will turn around in light of what happened over the last 4 years. people turn around and be like, you know what? I think this book called the Bible have something of substance in there. And it's people in the world might not believe this, but it's the number one book that is read by millions, if not billions or zillions of people. So tying that into my lifestyle and how basketball has, saved me from a world of hurt or a world of problems that I could have been in. I could have been in so many different lifestyle, which I choose to be like, no, my family is my team. My family is my team, and everything else is second nature. Nothing else matters. My family is my team. And then if my teammates are not doing good, I am not doing good. And it's as simple as that. There's no other way around it. And people might look at it like, oh yeah, you're just saying that because you have a family that surround you and blah blah blah. That's great. If that's what you believe, nobody should take that away from you. However, for me, I love the type of family lifestyle, family dynamic I have, and that won't change anytime soon. And for some, they don't like that. They don't like that I have a happy family, and I have kids that adore their father. I am a leader to them. So, in that fashion, if I have people that I'm leading, and I'm leading them down a road of despair, or stuff that's not gonna be good for them, I'm a bad leader, and I'll take that mantle as a bad leader. But if I know that everything I do is for us, it's our future. It's not just my future, right? And I'm not selfish about it, I am a good leader. Point blank, period. And there's nothing else left to say about that. But, saying that to say this, I really want to promote the basketball tournament, because I think as a village, as a nation of Canada, I think we can go very far with this. And if you don't have good leadership around you, and if you don't have good people in your circle, you will fail. And I'm premising this, I will not fail because of the people I surround myself with. I think I have a far way to go. And with surrounding myself with people like DT Elite, and the guy out of Edmonton is called Paul, and he's a part of FIBA Canada, I think we can make it to wherever life's going to take us, wherever God thinks the direction we need to go with this basketball, and bringing the community together through tournaments and training kids and bring them up in the way they should go, being mentors for them on and off the court. I think we can reach very far. And to be honest with you guys, I wouldn't get this far if I was selfish. I think I'd just get something out of the basketball and then that would be it. But I think I have something good going, and I want to keep it going. And I'm willing to do one-on-one with people, because you never know where this can go. And I'm not going to limit myself to just Canada. Like I said, we have other things that we want to put together, and hopefully will come to full tuition. But it's planning in motion right now. And shout out to my brother. It's my brother, I call it. Not even cousin anymore. My charge, Andy. Shout out to you, my guy. Because, you know what? We sit down and we discuss a lot of things, and you have things in motion right now. I can't discuss it until we have a conversation again, but we're going to make things happen. And I don't know, hopefully you can make it for this tournament coming up. I wish you can, because it would be awesome to see what we talk about come to full tuition. And with that being said, I'm just telling you guys, life is a game of chances. Just like in basketball, you have a couple chances to make a shot or miss a shot. And you can't relish on the shot that you miss. You learn from them, move on. So, in closing, because I don't want to be long on here, in closing, I want to make sure that whoever can make it out to the tournament, please come out. But also, after the tournament, post the tournament, I am going to have a skill challenge in the spring or the summer. I'm going to put out a poll to see which days work better for people. And it's going to be on a Saturday, so I hope people can make it out. But I want to do skill challenge to see how people's skills have developed, because there's a few kids in my community that want me to put on a skill challenge, and I think it's time for me to do it now. So, I would love to have some feedback on this. Please reach out, let me know what you guys think. And come 2025, there's a lot more to discuss, a lot more to do, a lot more to give back to the community. And in the near future, I hope I can give back to my country of Jamaica, because that's the island of my birth, and I'll never forget that. That's who raised Rollin to the man he is. And grassroots basketball is just an extension of where I came from, with a twist of living in Canada and learning certain routines. So, you know, from this point moving forwards, I welcome anybody to come and have a conversation with me, basketball related, or tell me how basketball has impacted your life. But please, 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 I know a lot of people don't get the opportunity to do so. Leave a comment. Please subscribe to our grassroots basketball, and let me know how I have impacted your life when it comes on to grassroots basketball. Again, this is episode 27, December 25th, 2024. And we're going to try to get a few more out before 2025. But I please would like, let me say this again. I would really like for you guys to subscribe and tune in for our audience to grow. I want to reach as much people as I can. And I've sent out some birthday wishes. If I haven't sent you one, it's not that I forgot about you, but I'm busy at the moment, even on Christmas Day. So love you all for tuning in. Love you guys. Love you all for being on this journey with me. Rollo out, and please have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you. Bye.